all black celebrities or people like black people that have some sort of power in the media or the celebrity world, entertainment industry, should vocally advocate for
Black
lives. Yeah, black, not just black lives, just like racial issues.
I don't know.
Do they have to do that? Because did you see the interview with Lil Wayne? Mm-hmm. So the interviewer was like,
"Oh, did he support Donald Trump?"
No, she was like, "What are your thoughts on Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter movement?" And he was like, "It has nothing to do with me, so why should I care?" And then he was like, "People are always trying to fight these racial battles that they have nothing, that they have no part in. Like this a police officer killing someone doesn't have to do with you. So why are you trying to get involved in a situation that doesn't involve you?" Mm-hmm. And then he was just like, "I'm sitting here like I've never been
racially profiled.
Yeah,
a man has gone to jail for like how many times?
He was just like, it's not my fault,
and gun possession." But
and then everyone was like, okay, we've disowned Lil Wayne. And then he comes back and he's like, he was definitely high in the video, but still, it doesn't like account for what he says. But he was just like,
yeah. And I guess honestly, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a lot of these comments from black males, and I was telling this to Tasneem yesterday, that comes from like this whole acceptance of blackness. I feel like it's just like the whole this internalized hate that we have for ourselves. Sometimes I feel like a lot of these comments come from that, because even like I remember Bow Wow, I was reading something on like Shade Room about Bow Wow commenting on like the whole Black Lives Matter movement and being like, "Oh, my daughters are." I'm mixed or something, so
I heard that he's not even mixed.
Yeah, I'm mixed or something, so it doesn't really affect me. I'm like, I feel one love, just like that whole race doesn't matter thing. And
you can feel one love, but then how is it one love?
I don't know.
Half of that love is being killed every single day, and people are still going one love.
I don't know, honestly. Like you can't honestly tell someone to stand up.
But how are you going to
feel affected by?
I'm mixed, so I don't care about the Black Lives Matter movement. We're all mixed. Everyone's mixed. You're not gonna.
I don't know. Like a lot of these comments, I feel like stem from like the whole concept of self, like your self-love or your self-hate, or that expression of yourself, like how just like a view of how you feel in
Black lives is being affiliated to actually validating your blackness.
Exactly. Sometimes that's how I feel.
Wouldn't that be a positive thing? Like you're validating your self-worth, like you are black.
No, I mean like not. It doesn't have to be validation. Mm-hmm. It could be anything. It could be like it doesn't have to be validation. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes, like even with Beyonce, it's exactly like Beyonce choosing when and where to pick your battles. Yeah. And it does come back to perception of blackness, because you're just like, okay, I know I'm black, so it comes with this and this and this. Yeah. And if I'm in this atmosphere, if I'm in this atmosphere, or if I'm in this space, I have to pick and choose what I want to say. And I have to be careful. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Should I add salt in my gravy? Then I don't want to have too much. What's that thing when you eat too much cholesterol?
You're just like,
I don't know.
Like, I remember, so like growing up, like there were like no black kids in my school, so a lot of my friends were just white. Like I was just raised with like white people everywhere. But what's it called? We went to this. It was like this thing. Do you know what Diggy Simmons is? Mm-hmm. Okay, so he was at
that's P. Diddy's son.
No,
right?
that was Run
DMC.
Yeah. So he was there, and then it was like the whole week they had like different artists. So there was like One Direction, it was him. Then it was like Carly Rae Jepsen or something. So we went to those events, and then for Diggy's event, it was like all black girls, right? And I remember going with my friends, and then they were all like, "There's so many black people here." They were just commenting on like how like the presence of black people is overwhelming, and I was like, "This is what it feels like for me, like navigating, like just like." Like my existence is an interrogation of like white spaces like all the time, even without me like being conscious about it. Just like me even going to that white school in that white neighborhood where all my friends' parents, they were all lawyers or doctors, or they were researchers, or they were professors. And my parents, they don't do that. They're like nursing assistants, so they like clean up rooms, and do stuff like that. And they don't get paid very well, but we still get by. But we don't have extra money where we can go to like Cuba, or they can get me like Justin Bieber, like front row tickets, like that wasn't my upbringing. Like everyone around me was like that, but that just wasn't mine, and I knew that, and I accepted that, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But just like growing up, I always knew like I always had those.
It's so
thought
funny
processes.
because for me growing up, like I wasn't really.
Were you aware of your
I wasn't-
blackness?
Like I was aware of my blackness, and I didn't really like my blackness very much.
Mhm.
And I think it wasn't until that I got into Muslim spaces
Mhm.
where there was a majority of non-black Muslims that I was very like hesitant of what I want to portray as my blackness or not. But like in my school, because I went to like a very ghetto school. Like I went to I'm not gonna tell you where, but I just went to like a school in the hood, and like a lot of the kids were black, and we were very
Mhm.
like black conscious, very like, and I was like I wasn't the nicest kid in school.
Mhm.
Like I was like the bully or the loud girl, that girl.
You
that
were in spaces
I
that
was-
were like you felt.
I was very dominating in spaces. Like I was very loud. I was very troublesome. I've changed now. Don't worry. But like yeah, like we were very accepting. We loved being black. Like we loved.
But I feel like because everyone around you was
Because
black,
everyone
being
around us was black,
normal.
exactly, and
Being
everyone
black
that
was-
wasn't black wanted to be us. So it was like very accepting in that sense, and it wasn't like I didn't get a cultural shock until I actually like for me, my blackness was more important than my Muslimness, if that makes sense, because all of my friends were non-Muslims,
Mhm.
and even the ones that were Muslims were very intact with our blackness more than our
that black
religion
culture.
during that time.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, so it wasn't until I started growing up and I started to be more conscious of my religion that it was a struggle for me because I had
Really?
to pick and choose because a lot of like black culture doesn't really fly in my
Mhm.
religion.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I loved dancing. Like I loved choreographing, like is that how you say the word? Choreographing dances. I
choreography
loved
stuff?
singing. I loved like
You just like performing.
I just loved like being a black kid.
yeah.
You know, and like a lot of that you have to like when it comes to especially like in Islam, you have to like be very like it's just like the whole modesty aspect because I was so loud. I loved taking up space. I loved talking.
You're an
I had to
entertainer.
like
You have to
yeah, and I
tone
go in
it.
and I went into high school and I was like and I started wearing hijab in high
Mhm.
school and I was like, oh my god, like I can't.
Was it really hard?
It was hard. I swear.
Did you want to wear it for yourself, or were you pressured to wear it?
Well, growing up when I was
Mhm.
younger, I was pressured. Like I used to take it off when I got in the bus and then put it back
Oh,
on.
girl.
I swear. And then one day, my teacher, when my mom came into a parent-teacher interview, the lady's like, "Does she have to wear that on her head all the time?" Homegirl just snitched on me just like that. And that day, I got the biggest beating of my life from my mama. Like, I will forever remember that day. But, like, whatever. But, yeah, no, like, that was when I was younger. But when I went to high school...
God.
When I went to high school, I was very, like, I went to Islamic summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one teacher that, like, he just really opened my mind in terms of what the hijab is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's not just like a physical representation. It comes more spiritually.
Mhm.
It's a spiritual representation of who you are. And
Yeah.
it's a defiance in itself. And I think that's what attracted me because I like the idea of defiance of like
That rebellion.
that rebellion because I was just a rebel. I still am. But like yeah, so I wore it and it was like for all my friends it was just like
They didn't get it?
like they got it. My friends were awesome. Like they
Yeah.
didn't like they never bashed me for
Yeah.
it. They never. It was me. It was me because I knew now that I'm wearing this. I need to be more attentive. I need to be more selective in terms of things that I do. When I can't go up on the stage and perform a dance
Mhm.
for the talent show, I can't sing. I can't like do all these things that I used to do. I have to be more modest. Like I have
Mhm.
to be more conscious of myself and my surroundings and what I say
Yeah.
when I'm in those surroundings. And
Mhm.
it was very difficult for me because I was going through such a like identity crisis,
Yeah.
and I didn't know
Especially going into
how to
high
have-
school.
High school was
High school
oh my
alone is
God.
like
and like boys and like just
Yeah.
this whole and I had like body image issues too.
there's just so
and it
much
was
at
just,
that
like,
time, and you know.
it was like so horrible and like
But did the hijab help? Like wearing it, did it help?
It helped me. It helped me better understand the reality of how things are, and just like my whole intersectionalities and
Mm-hmm. So it made your differences
having
apparent.
yeah. You may not be the
Did you
representation.
ever
for-
choose your religion over your race at any time?
Did I
in high
ever
school?
choose my religion over my race? I think for the most part,
Were
I
there
started
times
to.
where you just assimilated more with your religion?
No, when
than you
in
did
high
with
school,
your-
I wasn't very practicing. Like
Mhm.
it wasn't like a lot of my friends weren't, even my Muslim friends weren't practicing. Like, I had Somali friends, like, I had Muslim friends, but we were more in tune with, of course, because we came through elementary, middle school, we were more in tune with our blackness than we were with our religion. Yeah. We would fast. Like, we would have, like, fast when we were all fasting. Like, there would be that, like, and even our non-Muslim friends were very, like, my friends were the best friends ever. Like, we were all very accepting of each other. Yeah. But, like, we bonded more over our blackness than anything else, more than our religion. Like, we were very close in terms of our skin color. So I don't know, like, I feel
that's
like
the one thing that, like, brought you guys together.
Like, and I don't know, it's weird. Like, even now when I choose friends, it's hard for me. Like, actually in the beginning, like, after I got out of high school, like, because I went to an Islamic school for high school, a private one, and, you know, for there, that was weird, because now these girls were black, but, like, they didn't really consider themselves black because they were Somali, so, like, this whole shadism issue, so it was
that's
kind of
another
like,
thing, okay.
that's another thing to talk about, but, like, it was just, like, we're bonding more on our religion more than our blackness, and it was
so
was
do you
weird for
find
me.
yourself now, when I guess you encounter people, you're kind of, like, basing your relationship based off of
so funny
religion
because
or race
you know what? For me personally, because of my lived experiences and what I've gone through, like going to Egypt, like I told you what happened in Egypt and stuff like that, and my whole interactions with just being black in Muslim communities, I don't know. Like, to be honest, I kind of navigate towards black people more just because it's easier for me. It just comes back to everything being easier, because I know being in Muslim spaces, there's just that extra effort of me trying to prove my Muslimness. As much as my Muslim friends are trying to be accepting of you, they're never going to. So your non-black Muslim friends. Yeah, my non-black Muslim friends, and, like, I don't really have non-black Muslim friends that I'm very, 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 very close with, because it's just like sometimes I'm just too shy to talk too much about what I'm going through, and I'm not sure if they really understand.
Or are you just hesitant because you're scared of having that stigma of being that black?
And I was talking to my cousin the other day, and I was telling him, I'm like, like, even when I'm in Muslim spaces, like, I'm scared to take off my hijab, because I'm like, I don't really want to start to talk about my hair and why my hair defies gravity sometimes, and why, like, it's in, like, defies gravity, like, why my hair is the way it is. I remember even growing up, and I think that just stems from my interactions in Muslim communities, just like the whole, like, the whole concept of how your hair is supposed to look like, and that whole Eurocentric features that is even ingrained in non-black Muslims of how you should look like, and I didn't look like that, and it was just, like, it was weird, and I think a lot of that stemmed, and I don't like showing, like, I don't like taking off my hijab because I'm just, like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I'm very shy, and I'm just, like, but in front of my black friends, I easily take it off because we can bond over that. Yeah, like, we can talk about it, and there's no, like, I know there's no judgments.
You don't have to black-splain.
Yeah.
There's no
So, like, I don't know, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, you know, you should get Muslim friends, you should be friends with Muslims. Like, I still have Muslim friends.
Do you think your religion defies you as a person, or do you think it's just an aspect of, like, another dimension of who you are, another dimension of yourself?
I think both. My religion it is a representation of me. Okay. And as well as, but it does come along with other dimensions of myself, or other aspects of myself. I'm not only Muslim, I'm a black Muslim. Exactly, yeah. I'm not only a Muslim that's black, I'm a woman. So, I mean, it is, like, multi-dimensional, and for me, like, my religion is more important, but when it comes down to navigating through spaces, I just kind of have to pick and choose in terms of which friends that I want to be with, because I just want to be comfortable, and I just want to talk to you about everything, and I don't want to have to justify my actions to you or prove myself to you. And I find that in black spaces, even if the person is not Muslim, like, everyone just understands that, even your religion is just going to be that. And I don't know, and it's sad because it feels sometimes to me that race is it's something that I can allows me to be more comfortable more comfortable with when I'm choosing friends, even if they're not Muslim, just because of the way non-Black Muslims make me feel. And it's just like, I don't, like, of course I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, there's this non-Black Muslim,
yeah,
I don't want to be her friend. No, like, I'm genuinely very open, but then after a while, like, it's just the person, and they don't even do it intentionally. It's just like the things that they say or their attitude towards certain things. It's just like turn me off. And I'm just like, I just say, oh, hi, I say hi to you, I wish if you want something from me, I give it to you. If you need anything, I'm Gucci.
But you're not interested.
We're not going to go on that deeper level of more than just spirituality. And now I'm being close to you as well in terms of like my culture and my lived experiences as a Black person and a Muslim person. So I don't know. That's just me. Merci. But yeah, like, I don't know. That was very interesting. I never actually spoke it out like that.
It's very good.
Anyways, thank you for watching.
No one's watching.
So tune in next time.
There won't be a next time.
There won't be a next time. Wow, we did like half an hour on this one.
I like the other one.